Hey all, and this is the Deceitful Divinity event. This is Light Slayer and Beast Killer. So I have made up a few teams. This is my quick killing team, and this is my more powerful team. This is kind of an experimental deck, but it is quite effective. Sometimes hitting for over 50 trillion. So let's start with the main deck. Relentless Scholars, an old ultimate form. Has the bonus attack on it. These cards have the killer skill and are good for power gem spawning. That's the main reason I have them on the team. And then we have two more older ultimate forms. This one you need... Oh no, you don't need 50 skill points. I thought you did for this one. That's obviously not on this card. It's on the version you use to make this card. And then finally, another older ultimate form. This one has the battle skills fully charged and increase attack at the start. Also has the revive skill, which is pretty useful. However, that's only for quick killing of bosses. My main team uses a weird mix of the golems. So let's move across. So there we go. I'm sure you've all seen me use this deck before. This is the card that gives that lovely supercharged bonus. There we go. 2,500% attack boost. And then that affects all immortal killer heroes. So I have two immortal killer heroes on the team and one beast killer for the killer skill. So if that was a better killer skill, this would probably do around 100, 150 trillion. If I had the event deck as well, should I say, to replace this card, or the ultimate form from this deck to replace this card is what I mean. And then this card is mainly to get the grid with enough power gems so they start overlapping and spawning the higher value light gems. So you can make something similar to this. If you have two of one colour and three of the main colour, with some card that gives some sort of big damage bonus, this seems like the most effective way to play events with the Gem Crush. So now let's actually play the event. I'm going to go and claim that guild boss. I'm kind of low on keys actually. However, I do have a couple of good solo bosses up. Well, ruby bosses anyway. So I think let's start with this ruby boss. I'm going to lock it first. And then firstly, I will try out my main team, or the quick killing team, and then I will move on to my more powerful team and show you the difference. So now the boss is locked, I can have a good test of this. Here we go. I have left this solo boss up for quite a while. That's why the timer is kind of low. So this is not exactly effective on the bigger bosses. This is mainly for quick killing. However, I can show you what the deck does. It spawns a lot of power gems, and then I just match the two biggest ones. And then it does, let's see, a few trillion. So this could kill guild bosses pretty effectively, I think. But on solo bosses, nah. It's not really that effective. It's okay. I probably won't be able to kill the boss in one attack. I might be able to, you never know, if I get enough power gems on the grid. There we go. So yeah, this would probably be effective on any guild boss apart from the Corellium guild bosses. I don't think this would be especially effective on those. It doesn't really do enough damage. The advantage is that I can activate the skills pretty much every time on turn 1. So anything under 3 to 4 trillion will pretty much die instantly. So yeah, this could be quite useful for frenzies. Yeah, it's doing around 3 trillion. Nothing special, but it's okay. I think let's quit out of this. I'm not going to be able to kill it with that team. Now I'm going to move on to my weird golems mix. So this is what it looks like with 2 golems cards and 3 older cards. So I'm not sure how effective this will be. It all depends on how the power gems spawn on the grid. We will see that as I battle the boss though. Right, so firstly I need to make sure I have enough light gems. After the first attack, it's very difficult to match light gems with this team. As you can see, a lot of dark gems spawn now. So probably the best thing to do here to stop all the dark gems building up is to just match 2 of them together. However, I need a few on the grid for the next part. So now I have supercharged up. I'm looking at the grid and seeing where the gaps are, and I think... not quite. There we go, they're starting to overlap now, and there's 2 big ones over there. I'm not sure how much this will do. It should be pretty effective. Oh, look at that, look at that. There we go, boss defeated, nice and easy. So not especially effective on the Corellium. Probably not effective on the diamond either. However, it got rid of that boss without any problems. So I'm just tagging this gold guild boss. Any Inferno silver or higher, or Eternal silver or higher, is worth your time tagging on the first 2 days of the event. It's the Inferno and Eternal bosses that give all the points. So I'm gonna... Well, actually, no, I'm not going to tag that. I'm going to have to kill another boss, I think. I'm going to kill this one. I probably should have said something in guild chat before killing this. However, I need the keys, so... And it also allows you all to see what my main team can do on guild bosses. So... This should kill it in 1 turn and then give me enough keys to kill that ruby boss. There we go. Yeah, that did over 3 trillion. That's enough to get rid of that boss on turn 1. Nice and easy. So now I have enough keys to try and take down that ruby boss. I will tag the Corellium that I was rallied to. I have enough keys. Hopefully I'll be able to kill the other ruby boss in 1 attack, but I guess we will see when I attack the boss. Right, here we go. I think I was rallied for another Corellium. I'll just tag that one as well. That gives me 4 solo keys, so that's 1 to lock the boss and then 3 to kill the boss. That should be enough. Well, I'm hoping it's enough anyway. We will see. Right. Here we go. Let's kill that other ruby boss. Gotta find it first. Hidden somewhere on the screen. There it is. Lock it first and then kill it, hopefully. If I mess this up, then I've got a bit of a problem as I'm out of solo keys. I don't think I will, though. Well, famous last words, probably will now. Here we go. As long as there's enough light gems at the start, I should be okay. Right, that's okay. And now start matching the dark gems. This has thorns, so if I didn't have this card, it would probably be slightly problematic actually. However, the damage immunity and the health increase helps a lot. So now that's looking promising. Let's hopefully get them overlapping. Ooh, that's quite nice over there. There's two on their own. High value. Well, it didn't quite kill it. However, the skills are recharged, so I can have another go. I did manage to match enough light gems. Right. Let's get that damage immunity up again. I don't think this is going to work as I haven't got the other skills charged, which is kind of a major problem. Yeah, and it's taken all the light gems now, so I don't think I am going to manage to kill it. I might do if it gives me a few more light gems, however, this is the main problem with the deck. If you don't kill it early, you run out of light gems and you just end up with a grid full of power gems like, or should I say dark power gems like I have. And then it's very hard to actually get anything going. So yeah, I'm going to have to come back to that one. Oh well, I gave it a go. Just could not get enough light gems on the grid like you saw, which is a bit unlucky. Alright, I have a few keys together now, so I'm going to try and finish off this boss. This time I will just use the normal Light Slayer team, as it doesn't have much health. And then after this, let's have a look at the event rewards and the Warden you get this time around. I've not actually checked yet. I know it's a Warden, however, I've not looked at its stats or anything. I'm going to guess it would be a Warden with high HP but low attack and some basically useless defender skill. That's my prediction anyway. We'll see if I'm actually correct in a minute after I've actually killed this. Well, hopefully anyway. Right, there we go. It's a slow process with this team. The bonus attack does help, but it's still very slow. I'm not even convinced I'm going to kill it unless I play really fast. Definitely not an effective team on higher HP bosses. Anything past Ruby, you're not going to do well with this team, basically. I'm not even convinced my golems mix can kill anything past Ruby. Right, what have I actually got to match? I can't see anything other than matching those two gems together and getting rid of all the light gems, which is rather annoying. The bonus about this deck, though, is it's quite hard to die. Even if I run out of HP, I have the revive skill to back me up. Right, this should hopefully be enough, as I am running out of time. There we go, done it, brilliant. Alright. So that was actually kind of hard work. I won't be using that deck again on anything higher than Ruby, or even Ruby bosses themselves. I am planning to Prestige again, however, it's going to be quite difficult. I might even Prestige to the highest level just so I can rally those Carillion bosses. So onto the actual collection. I think this is a decent collection. It has the orbs of EXP in it, so it's worth playing the event just to finish this collection, even if you don't really do much else. I've already claimed most of the orbs of EXP. A nice one there at the 55 million, and there's one here as well, I think, somewhere. There we go. So yeah, worth getting the collection done. Now onto the Warden. I'm in Legends again, unfortunately. Last event, I finished 15th global, so I can't really stay in Emperors playing like that. Very, very difficult anyway, so let's go to the top. What does the Warden look like? Well, again, as I predicted, high HP, low attack. Defender skill, Thorns. Yeah, Thorns is basically useless, so yeah, this is not a good Warden. Low attack, bad defender skill. Yeah, decent HP, but they all have decent HP at this point, so probably one you're not going to be using in your GVG defense, unless you're really, really desperate for some sort of dark card. So let's actually have a look at the proper event deck. Let's go over to the store, over to the vault. So this is the actual event deck. There's no damage boost on that card. It heals and dispels an enemy buff. What about the other card? A slight attack increase, but it's nothing major. Plus its power gems based on intensity. From what I have heard, this is actually a pretty weak deck. Yeah, the attack bonus is not exactly good from this deck, and it doesn't create many power gems until you've got the intensity up, so if I'm being honest, this is probably a deck to completely avoid. Unless you are really desperate to do well in this event, or you just go for every single deck, I would honestly just skip this deck completely. It's not very good. Well, it doesn't look very good anyway, is what I'm trying to say. It might be okay. The killer skill on its own will probably sell it. So finally, it's coming to near the end of the season. Let's have a look at the previous event decks if you're still struggling to work out what to spend your coins on. I think the best deck is hard. I like this deck though because of the poison. Whenever this hero attacks, he poisons all enemies, and then it's an extra 50% damage. I went for this deck, even though it wasn't especially effective in Commander. I still think it was the most effective deck out of all the ones so far. Yeah, this was all right by the looks of it. It gives a small attack bonus. However, I really think the Earth Commander deck is the most effective deck out of all of them so far. This is possibly another one you could consider, as it creates a lot of power gems. Probably the second best deck out of the decks so far. That's just my opinion though. You might completely disagree with me. And feel free to disagree with me if you want. It's just what I think from looking at the decks. And there we go. That about covers this event, I think. As always, if you have any questions or suggestions or want to share the deck you are using for this event, feel free to do so. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.